good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden. Well, it's a chilly October morning here in the garden, but things are still looking good. I thought that the low temperatures would kill off more of the plants, but it has not done that. So that things are looking still very nice here in the garden. Since things are still looking good here in the garden, I am not going to dig up the dahlias just yet. I believe that next week that the temperatures will be low. The temperature should be around 39 at night and not that much warmer during the day. So I believe that these plants will more than likely die back then. But in the meantime, they're just looking so beautiful. So it is kind of hard to want to dig up the dahlias right now. But I wanted to kind of prep you with the process and kind of reminisce also on what happened last year with me and the dahlias. Well, right here there was a patch of dahlias here, and actually this same very type that I purchased from Costco. Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. Well, the time has come that we need to dig up these dahlias and package them away, overwintering them so that we can enjoy them again next season. They brought so much joy to my urban cottage garden. The second thing that I've learned about the garden is that I'm able to grow dahlias and that they're so beautiful. I went through the process of planting the dahlia tubers earlier in the year, putting them in soil, taking care of them, babying them pretty much, and then now putting them in the ground, directly planting that the dahlias in the ground, and this is what has happened. And then the other thing I discovered is that dahlias need sun, and it wasn't hard as I thought it was. Before, I thought dahlias would be a very difficult flower to grow, but it isn't. And so I am definitely going to buy more dahlias in the spring, do the same thing, pot them up, care for them, nurture them, and then plant them in the ground, because the beauty that I'm receiving right now is just quite amazing. So that, I would say, is the second thing that I've really learned about the garden and this season, because planting dahlias and dahlia tubers was something new that I've done and discovered for this year. So I dug up the tubers, and I believe these were the light ones, the more white. And then these were the bigger ones, the more deep mauve or pinkish colored dahlias. And tubers got pretty big. I think that for some of them I didn't pick up all, and for this one the top kind of got cut off. I don't know what exactly happened to it, but I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tubers. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to let them dry out a little bit before I store them completely. I'm going to just have to find a location and cover them up and store them. But I did it. And time will tell if they survive the winter and are able to be used for next spring. We'll hope for the best. I was just watching a YouTube video, and the person said to wash away any excess soil from the dahlias after digging them up and then dry them. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here, is just rinse the dahlia in here like this and wash off any excess soil that's on the dahlia. Hopefully without destroying it. Almost looks like potatoes, don't you think? Alright, just put it in here like that. Let's see if we can get through as many as possible without destroying them. It would be nice to be able to actually save them and have them for next year. I think that it's a good thing. And yes, I will be buying more, but it's good to also save the ones that we have from last year. Now I'm going to need to get some more water. Alright, so yeah, I'm just rinsing them off, and as best as I can here, so that there's no dirt or residue. There is a little soap in there. I hope it doesn't mess it up. I don't think it will. What I'm hoping is that it will kill any bugs or anything like that that might want to live on the bulbs too. It's just Dawn, dish detergent. So I'm hoping that will keep any like critters or any bugs or anything that might want to live on it as well. Ran out of water. Let's see if we can just get these done. I'm going to give them another good washing too. To complete the process of storing the dahlias for the winter, I am going to now take them and wrap them up in newspaper and in brown paper bags and put them in these boxes that I found and put them away in a cool, dry place so that they can store for the winter. And hopefully this will keep them. I'm also going to get some shredded paper that I have from my shredder and also add them to this. But this is the more deep purple dahlia. And so I'm just going to take these shredded newspaper and paper and just surround it like this. Then I'm going to wrap them up. Let's see if I can. So I packed it in, and I also packed in this other one. So I've got them packed up. I have this carton from Costco's, so I'm repurposing it to store all of my tender bulbs. So I have the begonias here, the dahlias, and I'm going to just tuck it away in a cool, dry place and overwinter them. I believe that this one here is actually one of them from Costco, and I think I left the dahlia in the ground and it came back, but I just mulched it heavily. So I might just do that with these. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but they look so pretty, so it might work best for me to dig them up. I'm just swinging around here. I was able to harvest a lot of these peppers. And there's still some on the plants. So we'll see what happens there. But let's take a look at these dahlias here. Now these dahlias on this side are from Costco, I think, from the new batch. And I did not do them justice in terms of staking them like I should have. So that's why they're flopping over. But they have beautiful flowers here. And this is totally different from the other one. The other one that I showed you. The other two, actually. And it actually grew tall. I had to then stake it if I was going to keep it. But I really like this one here. And I know that I'm going to be digging up this section because I'm going to put some tulips in this bed. So more than likely these will come up, and I will definitely store these dahlias. It's definitely pretty. Now for the cannas, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with them. But I do like them, and they're still standing, so I'm not going to push them, you know, unpot them yet or winterize them yet. And then I also have my begonias. Now these are tender bulbs, and definitely by next week I'm going to have to take them out and pot them up. And I've had them for a couple of years now, and they returned looking really spectacular. Check this one out. And this color. Isn't that pretty? So I do want to save them. And just going to take a little effort. It's not that hard. Alright, so let's just take a look at this over here. These came out so pretty. I was speaking so bad about the dahlias earlier, and now they have decided to bloom. I just love the interior. This particular one grew up so tall and nice, and I didn't even have to stake it, which is amazing. And look how good. Look at it, just absolutely beautiful. I did stake this one in a sense by using the tomato cage, and I think that was a good idea. So that's what I'm definitely going to do next year, if and when I put them in the ground, to make sure that I give them some form of support. And I think the tomato cage is a good way of supporting these dahlias. And they are giving me flower now at this time of the season, when you can see there aren't a lot of plants that are flowering per se. They're holding up. Isn't that beautiful? The other plant that is really good is this begonia, but they're annuals, so I'll just buy some and plant them in. But the begonias is something that I can save, and it is an investment plant. Takes a little bit of work, but it's beautiful and worth the effort. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.